Cole Hartman was 23. He had a real job. He paid his bills on time, and he was still running out of money 12 days before every single payday. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He just didn't know about the one decision that separates people who retire comfortable from those who can't afford to stop. When his sister showed him one number, everything changed. But Cole almost didn't act on it. And what he discovered about the cost of waiting even one more month is something nobody in this country is ever told directly. You're about to see exactly what that cost is and how to fix it for good. Let's run the numbers. The laundromat on Birch Street was almost empty at 8 in the morning. Cole Hartman sat in the plastic chair closest to the door, watching his clothes spin, phone in his hand. He hadn't meant to check his bank account. He just did, the way you do when you already know the answer, but need to see the number to believe it. $294. 12 days until payday. Rent was paid, car insurance was paid, groceries twice. One birthday dinner he couldn't get out of. And this, $294, was what the math gave him back. Cole was 23. He had a job, direct deposit, health insurance, the whole adult package. He put his phone face down on the plastic chair next to him, stared at the spinning drum. Nobody had told him it would feel exactly like this.
The thing about Cole was he wasn't irresponsible. He didn't have credit card debt, he didn't gamble, he didn't buy things he couldn't afford. He just had no system, no roadmap. No one had ever sat him down and explained what the plan was supposed to look like after the paycheck arrived. His dad drove trucks, his mom did bookkeeping for a dentist's office. The financial advice he grew up hearing was simple. Pay your bills, don't borrow what you can't return, work hard and things will work out. Good advice, honest advice, incomplete advice. So Cole did what nearly 60% of young Americans do without realizing it. He lived for now and pushed the future to later. That word, later, it doesn't announce itself as expensive. It just quietly is. His sister Jessica called on a Tuesday night in October. Nothing important, just one of her every few weeks check-ins. How's the job? How's the apartment? How are you eating? Cole gave her the standard answers. Fine, fine, fine. Then she asked if he had his Roth IRA set up yet. Cole went quiet. My what? Jessica didn't laugh. She went quiet too, but in a different way. The way someone goes quiet when they realize a problem has been sitting unaddressed for longer than they knew. Cole? She said his name slowly. Nobody explained any of this to you, did they? It wasn't a question. It was a realization landing in real time. Outside the window of his apartment, Hartford was doing its regular Tuesday night thing, completely unaware that something important was finally about to happen inside Unit 4C. Jessica had opened her Roth IRA at 22. First real paycheck out of PT school, she put in $200 a month and never stopped. Not because she was wealthy, not because she had it figured out, just because someone had told her early that time was the one ingredient in this equation that couldn't be purchased later. She pulled up her balance while they were still on the phone. 15 years of $200 a month. Total contributed, $36,000. Current balance, $83,585. Nearly $48,000 in growth. Money that made more money, which made more money without her lifting a finger after that first setup. $200 a month, she told Cole. Same as a car payment, except this one pays me back. Cole stared at his ceiling and did the math 3 times. It came out the same every time.
Here is what compound interest actually is. Not a trick, not a loophole invented for people who already have money. Just this. Your money earns a return. That return earns a return every year, automatically. Growing larger not because you added anything, but because time kept moving. The S&P 500 has averaged 10% annually over the last 100 years, through recessions, through crashes, through every moment America convinced itself the system was finally broken for good. 10% per year, on average. Cole had been alive for 23 years. The clock had been running this whole time, and he hadn't put a single dollar on it. Einstein allegedly called it the 8th wonder of the world. Those who understand it, aren't. Those who don't, paid. American schools teach neither.
Cole asked Jessica the question that had been building since she said $83,000. What happens if I start right now, tonight,
23. Jessica ran the numbers while he waited. $200 a month, 10% average annual return, age 23 to 65, 42 years of compounding. The number she read back stopped him cold. $1,727,838. Cole made her repeat it. $1,727,000 from $200 a month. From money he was currently spending on things he couldn't name 3 days later. From the exact amount sitting invisible in his budget right now, doing absolutely nothing. That can't be right, he said. It's a calculator, Cole, Jessica said. It doesn't have an agenda. He sat with that number the way you sit with something that quietly rearranges everything you thought you understood about your own life.
But here is where the story turns uncomfortable. Because Cole almost waited, the way most people wait. He almost said, I'll start next year when I'm earning more. I'll start after I pay off my car. I'll start when things feel more settled. Later. Again. So here is what later actually costs in real numbers. If Cole waits just 10 years, starts at 33 instead of 23, same $200 a month, same 10% return, he retires with $623,015. Still real money. Nobody walks away from $623,000. But the gap between starting now and starting 10 years from now is $1,104,823. Over $1 million. Not lost in a market crash, not stolen, just never created, because the clock that was always running simply wasn't given anything to work with. The system never mentioned that part.
The cruelest detail is what those 10 extra years actually cost in contributions. The difference between investing from 23 versus 33, the extra amount Cole actually puts in is $24,000. That is it. $24,000 of real contributions, $200 a month for 10 years, produces an extra $1,104,823 at retirement. Which means every single dollar Cole invests in his 20s is worth approximately $46 at retirement. Not $2, not $5, $46. The math doesn't care about motivation. It doesn't care about good intentions or bad timing, or the fact that nobody handed Cole this information when he was 18 and it would have actually mattered. It only cares about one thing: when you started. A sticky note on a bathroom mirror that said figure out the 401k thing, sitting there 11 months, had been costing $9,000 every single month it stayed unread.
Cole asked Jessica one final question. How do I actually do it? He was braced for complexity. A spreadsheet, an advisor, a stack of paperwork requiring 3 weekends and professional help. Jessica said, open a Roth IRA. Tonight. A Roth IRA is a retirement account you open yourself. It takes 15 minutes online. You contribute money you've already paid taxes on, and everything inside it grows completely tax-free. Every compounded dollar, every gain over 40 years. The government does not touch it at retirement. Then you pick one fund, a target date index fund, named for the year you plan to retire. Vanguard Target Retirement 2065. One fund, one decision, done. It starts aggressive while you're young, heavy in stocks, gradually shifts conservative as retirement approaches. No management, no monitoring, no expertise required. One decision, made once, running forever. Cole opened his Roth IRA that same night. Not tomorrow, not next paycheck, that night. Sitting on his apartment floor, laptop open, Jessica on the phone. 15 minutes. Vanguard Target Retirement 2065. $200 a month. Confirm. Done. The balance read $0.00, which felt anticlimactic for a decision that would, if the math held, if he stayed consistent, turn into $1,727,838 by the time he was 65. But that is the nature of compound interest. It doesn't feel like anything at the start. There is no fanfare, no confirmation that you did something right. Just a clock, quietly running forward. Cole closed his laptop and thought about his dad. Still driving trucks at 61 because stopping wasn't an option. Good man. Hard worker. Never handed the door handle either.
Some things you can't fix backwards. You can only decide, right now, today, this paycheck, which direction the clock runs for you. Because here is the only question that actually matters. If $200 a month started today grows to over $1.7 million by retirement, what is the one thing that's been stopping you from starting? Drop a like if this helped. Subscribe if you want to keep running the real numbers together. And tell me in the comments, what's one money thing you wish someone had explained to you at 18? One line I read every single one.